This is the new Lansdowne 2.0, a revitalization project worth $419 million. Central to the plan, an extensive renovation for TD Place Stadium, home of the Ottawa Redblacks of the Canadian Football League. An interesting part about the stadium is it has an arena connected to it. Formerly known as the Civic Center, may seem like a benefit at first, but at this point in its lifespan, it's nothing more than an inefficient mess. But I'll dive deeper into that later on. So sit back and relax. By the end of this video, you'll know everything changing in TD Place Stadium. Ottawa, Ontario, not only the capital of Canada, but also the home of Lansdowne Park, a city-owned entertainment area where the stadium lives. Now, let's start with the obvious. Why does half the stadium look old and half the stadium look modern? Well, in 2007, cracks were found in the foundation of the old South Stands, which forced the city to demolish them and replace them with new ones, highlighted by a wood veil that surrounds but doesn't cover the stands. They also installed a new video board. And the north side, well, it got a facelift. And that's about it. This practice is not uncommon, as we have seen facelifts in Edmonton's Commonwealth Stadium or British Columbia's BC Place. However, those two venues were built at least 10 years after TD Place opened. The decision to make zero structural changes to the north side caught up with the stadium. Fast. Just 5 years after it opened, the owner of the Redblacks, OSEG, hired Rossetti, a driver in innovation behind projects like the Falcons training facility modernization and Lambeau Field's modernization, to get to the bottom of what was wrong with the building. But honestly, it wouldn't have taken an expert to see everything wrong with the 58-year-old structure. Water leaks and mold, cracking and deterioration, permanent porta potties, and so much more. Probably the worst part, load-bearing issues prevent fans from being in the stadium at the same time as the arena. So the very thing that makes the stadium unique is a moot point, and when the arena is used, it's one of the most energy and efficient buildings in the city. So the first order of business, build a new event center. This will happen on the east side of the stadium. The center will overlook the field and feature 3 levels of new premium seating options, replacing the current Legacy Lodge. Something of note, the exterior of the center looks like wood, but it's actually made up of aluminum panels with wood grain. The reason for this? The wood veil enclosing the south stands weathered really quickly. Moving to the stands. Originally, the plan was to replace them with one that still had a roof. However, as the project costs began to balloon, the city pivoted away from the idea. It is worth noting, though, that Mark Goody, CEO for OSEG, believes even if a roof is not added right now, there may still be an opportunity to add one down the road. The new building will feature enhanced sightlines, LEED certification to address its energy and efficiency concerns, as well as quality of life changes, more concessions, elevators, and more real bathrooms. The final capacity of the stadium will still be around 24,000, even though the new north side stands are a bit smaller, with a capacity of 11,200. But the difference will be offset by the new event center's end zone seating. The area surrounding the stadium will also be improved. The space currently occupied by the north stands will essentially be cut in half, making room for more restaurants, retail, and residential units. It's not all great news though, as the fans and the organization will have to endure some growing pains through the 2028 and 2029 seasons, when the stadium capacity will be reduced to just 14,000 as it undergoes the renovation. The cost is also an issue. The city's Auditor General is concerned. She says the project's estimate could be off by more than $74 million. This is tacked onto the previous spike of $86 million, so you can understand why some folks are not happy. Despite the concern, the project is still moving ahead on schedule, and is set to get underway on October 22nd, 2025. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you would change about either one of the new buildings. I'll read your ideas and try to heart as many as I can. On this channel, I focus on CFL highlights, rankings, hype, and much more. Basically, if it's Canadian football, it's here. If that sounds good to you, consider subscribing, and if you found this video helpful, feel free to leave a like, as it really helps the channel grow. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.